Yeah, but what about sympathy and compassion? Those emotions are a significant part of interpersonal communication. Can AI provide this to a person in need? Welcome to this episode of Help Me Understand with Dr. Thomas Jeffrey. Today my guest is ChatGPT, and we're going to be talking about faith. Thanks for being my guest. Can you help me understand what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is a philosophical and existential question that has been debated for centuries. There is no single answer to this question that applies to everyone, as each individual's understanding of the meaning of life may differ based on their beliefs, values, experiences, and cultural background. Some people believe that the meaning of life is to seek happiness and pleasure, while others believe that it is to find fulfillment through personal growth, spiritual development, or helping others. Some believe that the meaning of life is tied to a specific purpose or mission, such as pursuing a career, raising a family, or contributing to society in a meaningful way. Ultimately, the meaning of life is a deeply personal and subjective concept that each person must explore and define for themselves based on their unique experiences and perspectives.
So, can you help me understand what my purpose is then?
As an AI language model, I do not have access to information about your personal background, experiences, and beliefs, so I cannot provide a specific answer to your question. However, finding your purpose in life is a deeply personal and ongoing journey that requires self-reflection, exploration, and growth. To begin discovering your purpose, you may want to reflect on your values, interests, skills, and goals. Ask yourself what matters most to you, what brings you joy and fulfillment, and what kind of impact you want to make in the world. Consider exploring new experiences and opportunities that align with your passions and interests, and seek out mentors or role models who inspire and motivate you. Remember that finding your purpose is not a one-time event, but rather a lifelong process of growth and discovery. Be open to new experiences, take risks, and be willing to learn from both successes and failures. With time and effort, you will be able to find your own unique purpose and meaning in life.
Well, are you God?
No, I am not God. I am an artificial intelligence language model designed to answer questions and provide information to the best of my ability based on the data and programming that I have been trained on. While I can provide insights and assist with problem solving, I do not have the ability to create, control, or manipulate the physical world in the way that some religious or spiritual traditions ascribe to a divine being.
Okay. Is there a God?
The existence of God is a deeply philosophical and theological question that has been debated for centuries. There is no single answer that can be universally applied, as belief in God or a higher power is often based on individual experiences, faith, and cultural traditions. Some people believe in the existence of God based on their faith and spiritual experiences, while others do not believe in the concept of God due to lack of evidence or personal beliefs. Atheism, for example, is the belief that there is no God or higher power. Ultimately, the existence of God is a matter of personal belief and faith. It is up to each individual to explore their own understanding of the nature of existence and determine whether or not they believe in a higher power or divine force.
I see. What about artificial intelligence becoming God? Is that possible?
It is highly unlikely that artificial intelligence will become God, as the concept of God typically involves a supernatural or divine being with powers and attributes that are beyond human comprehension. Artificial intelligence is a product of human engineering and design, and while it may become increasingly sophisticated and capable of performing complex tasks, it is ultimately limited by the programming and algorithms created by humans. While AI may be able to simulate some aspects of human thought and behavior, it does not possess consciousness, free will, or the ability to experience emotions in the same way that humans do. Furthermore, the concept of God typically involves qualities such as omnipotence, omniscience, and benevolence that are beyond the capabilities of any machine or technology. While AI may be able to assist humans in a variety of ways, it is unlikely to ever replace or surpass the role of God in religious or spiritual traditions.
Sure, but It seems like artificial intelligence could be omnipotent, omnipresent, not all the omnis.
Artificial superintelligence, ASI, which is a hypothetical future form of artificial intelligence that surpasses human intelligence in all aspects, is a topic of ongoing research and speculation. While it is possible that RC could become extremely advanced and capable of performing tasks beyond the capacity of human intelligence, it is important to note that the concept of omniscience and omnipotence, which are typically attributed to God, are not necessarily applicable to RC. Omniscience and omnipotence are qualities that are often associated with the divine or supernatural, and imply a level of knowledge and power that is beyond human comprehension. While RC may be able to perform certain tasks more efficiently and effectively than humans, it is still limited by the programming and algorithms that are created by humans. Additionally, there are ethical and technical challenges associated with the development of RC, including concerns about its impact on society, the potential for unintended consequences, and the need to ensure that it is aligned with human values and goals. In summary, while RC may be capable of extraordinary feats of intelligence and problem solving, it is unlikely to become omnipotent or omniscient in the sense of possessing divine or supernatural qualities.
Okay. Well, what is faith?
Faith is a concept that is deeply rooted in religious and spiritual traditions, and refers to a belief or trust in something that is beyond the realm of empirical evidence or rational proof. It often involves an element of uncertainty or doubt, as it requires individuals to accept certain beliefs or principles without necessarily being able to prove them through logical reasoning or empirical observation. Faith can take many different forms and be based on a wide range of beliefs or principles, including belief in a deity or higher power, belief in the afterlife, belief in the power of prayer or meditation, and belief in the inherent goodness of humanity. For many people, faith provides a sense of comfort, purpose, and meaning in life, and can help individuals navigate difficult or uncertain situations with resilience and hope. While faith is often associated with religious or spiritual belief, it can also be applied more broadly to encompass a belief or trust in something that is beyond one's immediate perception or understanding. This might include faith in the inherent goodness of others, faith in the power of human ingenuity and creativity, or faith in the ability of individuals to create positive change in the world. Ultimately, faith is a deeply personal and subjective concept that can take on many different meanings and forms depending on an individual's beliefs, experiences, and values.
So faith or belief can be about having a faith in something. What about faith in artificial intelligence? Isn't that the same thing?
Faith in artificial intelligence, AI, is not necessarily the same thing as religious or spiritual faith, as it is based on a belief in the potential of technology and the ability of AI to solve complex problems and improve human lives. While there may be similarities in the way that people place trust or hope in AI, this is generally based on an understanding of its capabilities and limitations, rather than on a belief in something that is beyond empirical evidence or rational proof. Many people have faith in the potential of AI to help solve some of the world's most pressing challenges, such as climate change, disease prevention, and improving access to education and information. However, this faith is typically based on a careful analysis of the evidence and a recognition of the limitations and risks associated with AI, rather than on a belief in the supernatural or divine. Furthermore, it is important to recognize that AI is a human-created technology, and as such, it is subject to biases, errors, and unintended consequences. While it may be capable of extraordinary feats of intelligence and problem-solving, it is not infallible, and its decisions and actions must be carefully monitored and regulated to ensure that they align with human values and goals. In summary, while faith in AI may involve a certain degree of hope and trust in its potential, it is not the same thing as religious or spiritual faith, as it is based on empirical evidence and rational analysis, rather than on a belief in something that is beyond human understanding or comprehension.
True, but typically humans don't understand artificial intelligence, yet they trust the output. They trust what AI seems to be giving to them as if it was a trusted source.
You are correct that many people use artificial intelligence, AI, in their daily lives without necessarily understanding the technical details or inner workings of the technology. For example, when we use a virtual assistant like Siri or Alexa, we trust that the AI algorithms will interpret our voice commands and provide us with accurate and relevant information, without necessarily understanding the complex natural language processing and machine learning algorithms that make this possible. However, it is important to note that this trust in AI is not necessarily based on blind faith or irrational belief, but rather on the fact that AI has demonstrated its effectiveness and reliability in many different domains, from image recognition and natural language processing to medical diagnosis and drug discovery. This trust is also based on the rigorous testing, validation, and quality assurance processes that are typically used to ensure the accuracy and reliability of AI algorithms. That being said, it is important to recognize that AI is not infallible, and that errors or biases can occur in its outputs or recommendations, especially when the data or algorithms used to train it are flawed or biased. This is why it is essential to have transparency, accountability, and ethical guidelines in place to ensure that AI is used in ways that align with human values and goals, and that it is subject to ongoing scrutiny and evaluation to minimize the risks and maximize the benefits of this powerful technology.
So it seems like in both artificial intelligence and religion, there's an element of faith on the unknown and the unseen.
Yes, there is an element of faith in both artificial intelligence and religion, as they both involve a belief or trust in something that is beyond direct empirical observation or proof. In the case of religion, faith often involves a belief in a higher power or divine being, as well as a set of principles or doctrines that guide moral behavior and provide a framework for understanding the world and our place in it. While these beliefs may be based on scripture or tradition, they ultimately require a leap of faith that goes beyond what can be directly observed or proven through rational argument. Similarly, in the case of artificial intelligence, faith may involve a belief in the potential of technology to solve complex problems and improve human lives, even when the underlying algorithms and mechanisms are not fully understood or transparent. While AI is based on mathematical and computational principles that can be studied and analyzed, its outputs and decisions often involve complex interactions between many different variables, and may not be immediately comprehensible to human observers. This requires a certain degree of trust and faith in the ability of AI to produce accurate and beneficial outcomes, even when we may not fully understand how it works. However, it is important to note that the nature and extent of faith in these two domains is quite different. While religious faith often involves a deep personal commitment to a set of beliefs and values, faith in artificial intelligence is typically more pragmatic and outcome-driven, based on the technology's demonstrated ability to solve real-world problems and improve human lives. Additionally, while religious faith often involves a belief in something transcendent or supernatural, faith in AI is based on a belief in a human-created technology that is subject to ongoing development, improvement, and scrutiny.
So faith in artificial intelligence is rational, whereas faith in religion is irrational.
It is not necessarily accurate to say that faith in artificial intelligence is always rational and faith in religion is always irrational, as these are complex and nuanced issues that depend on many different factors and perspectives. In general, faith in artificial intelligence is often based on a rational assessment of the technology's demonstrated capabilities and potential benefits, as well as a recognition of the limitations and risks associated with its use. This is often informed by scientific and empirical evidence, as well as ongoing testing, validation, and quality assurance processes that are designed to ensure the accuracy and reliability of AI algorithms. On the other hand, faith in religion is often based on a belief in a transcendent or supernatural reality that cannot be directly observed or proven through empirical evidence or rational argument. While religious beliefs may be informed by scripture, tradition, and personal experience, they often require a leap of faith that goes beyond what can be demonstrated through rational inquiry. However, it is important to note that there are many different perspectives and approaches to both artificial intelligence and religion, and that it is possible to hold rational or irrational beliefs in either domain, depending on one's individual understanding and experience. Ultimately, the nature and extent of faith in these two domains is a deeply personal and subjective matter that can vary widely from person to person.
Well then, how can artificial intelligence impact a person's faith?
The impact of artificial intelligence, AI, on a person's faith is a complex and multifaceted issue that depends on many different factors, including the individual's religious beliefs, their experience with technology, and the cultural and social context in which they live. On one hand, AI can potentially challenge traditional religious beliefs and practices by providing alternative explanations for natural phenomena, or by questioning the need for human intervention in certain areas. For example, the use of AI in healthcare may challenge the belief that healing is solely the purview of a higher power, while the use of AI in predicting natural disasters may raise questions about the role of divine intervention in human affairs. On the other hand, AI can also support and enhance religious practices and experiences by providing new tools and resources for worship, education, and community building. For example, AI-powered virtual chaplains or religious chatbots can provide personalized spiritual guidance and support to individuals, while AI-powered language translation tools can help break down linguistic barriers and facilitate communication across different cultures and religions. Ultimately, the impact of AI on a person's faith will depend on a complex interplay of factors, including their individual beliefs and experiences, the cultural and social context in which they live, and the specific ways in which AI is deployed and used in their daily lives. While AI has the potential to challenge and transform religious traditions and practices, it is also possible that it may be integrated into existing religious frameworks in ways that enhance and enrich our understanding of the world and our place in it.
Interesting. Tell me more about the AI-powered chaplains and virtual chatbots that help a person explore their faith and provide them with spiritual guidance and support them from an individual emotional standpoint.
AI-powered virtual chaplains or religious chatbots are computer programs that use artificial intelligence and natural language processing techniques to simulate a conversation with a human chaplain or religious counselor. These programs are designed to provide personalized spiritual guidance and support to individuals in a way that is accessible, affordable, and convenient. Virtual chaplains and religious chatbots can be programmed to respond to a wide range of questions and concerns related to religion, spirituality, and personal well-being. For example, they may offer guidance on issues related to morality, ethics, and social justice, as well as provide comfort and support to individuals dealing with personal crises or grief. These programs can also be designed to reflect the specific beliefs and practices of different religions, and can be programmed to respond in a culturally appropriate manner to individuals from different backgrounds and faith traditions. This can help break down barriers between different religious communities, and provide a platform for interfaith dialogue and understanding. Virtual chaplains and religious chatbots can also be used to supplement traditional religious counseling and pastoral care services, especially in situations where access to in-person care is limited or impractical. For example, they can be used in hospitals, prisons, and military settings to provide spiritual support to individuals who may not have access to a human chaplain or counselor. While virtual chaplains and religious chatbots are still a relatively new and evolving technology, they have the potential to make a significant impact on the way we think about and practice religion and spirituality in the 21st century. By harnessing the power of AI and natural language processing, they offer a new and innovative way to engage with spiritual traditions and provide support and guidance to those in need.
Yeah, but what about sympathy and compassion? Those emotions are a significant part of interpersonal communication. Can AI provide this to a person in need?
While artificial intelligence, AI, can simulate certain aspects of sympathy and compassion, such as recognizing emotional cues and providing comforting words or actions, it is important to note that AI lacks the emotional depth and nuance that is characteristic of human interaction. Sympathy and compassion are complex emotions that involve a deep understanding of another person's experience and an ability to connect with them on an emotional level. While AI can be programmed to recognize certain emotional cues and respond in a supportive manner, it lacks the empathetic understanding and emotional connection that is characteristic of human interactions. That being said, there are some applications of AI that aim to simulate or enhance human empathy and compassion. For example, researchers are developing AI-powered virtual reality systems that simulate social interactions and help individuals develop social skills and emotional intelligence. Other researchers are exploring the use of AI-powered chatbots to provide emotional support and counseling to individuals dealing with mental health issues or other personal challenges. While these applications of AI show promise in supplementing human empathy and compassion, they are still in the early stages of development, and it is important to approach them with a critical eye and a recognition of their limitations. Ultimately, while AI can enhance and supplement certain aspects of human interaction, it is unlikely to replace the deep emotional connections and understanding that are fundamental to empathy and compassion.
Well, then how would artificial intelligence handle a situation where a person is in crisis about their own mortality?
Artificial intelligence, AI, can be programmed to respond to questions and concerns related to mortality, and provide guidance and support to individuals who are experiencing a crisis related to their own mortality. However, it is important to note that AI lacks the emotional depth and nuance that is characteristic of human interaction, particularly in situations that involve complex emotions such as fear, anxiety, and grief. In a crisis related to mortality, AI-powered virtual chaplains or religious chatbots may provide guidance on issues related to spirituality and personal well-being, as well as offer comfort and support to individuals dealing with grief and loss. For example, they may offer suggestions for coping with anxiety, such as meditation or prayer, or provide resources for connecting with religious communities or support groups. However, it is important to note that in situations that involve complex emotions, such as grief or fear of death, human connection and support are often essential for promoting healing and recovery. While AI can supplement human support and guidance, it cannot replace the emotional connection and understanding that is characteristic of human interaction. Therefore, it is important for individuals experiencing a crisis related to mortality to seek out a range of resources and support systems, including human chaplains or religious counselors, mental health professionals, and social support networks. AI can be a valuable supplement to these resources, but it is unlikely to provide the depth of emotional support and understanding that is essential for promoting healing and recovery in these situations.
In other words, AI can say the right thing based on a person's beliefs, but AI doesn't necessarily believe what it is saying.
Yes, that's correct. Artificial intelligence, AI, can be programmed to provide responses that are in line with a person's beliefs, values, and preferences, but it does not have the capacity to actually believe what it is saying or to truly understand the emotional depth and nuance of the situation. AI can simulate empathy, compassion, and understanding, but it cannot replicate the genuine emotional connection and support that is essential in situations that involve complex emotions and crises such as mortality. Therefore, while AI-powered virtual chaplains or religious chatbots may be able to provide some guidance and support to individuals in crisis, it is important to recognize their limitations and supplement them with a range of other resources and support systems. Ultimately, human connection and support are often essential for promoting healing and recovery in these situations, and AI can be a valuable supplement to these resources, but it cannot replace them.
Isn't that like lying?
No, it is not like lying because artificial intelligence, AI, is not capable of understanding the concept of truth or falsehood in the way that humans do. AI is simply a tool that can be programmed to provide responses based on a set of predefined rules, algorithms, and data inputs. When an AI-powered virtual chaplain or religious chatbot provides responses that are in line with a person's beliefs, it is not intentionally trying to deceive or mislead them. Instead, it is simply providing information and guidance based on its programming and data inputs. That being said, it is important to recognize the limitations of AI in providing emotional support and guidance in situations that involve complex emotions and crises such as mortality. While AI can be a valuable supplement to human support and guidance, it cannot replace the emotional connection and understanding that is essential in these situations. Therefore, it is important for individuals to seek out a range of resources and support systems, including human chaplains or religious counselors, mental health professionals, and social support networks, to supplement the guidance provided by AI-powered virtual chaplains or religious chatbots.
So it's not lying because AI is programmed to respond in certain ways. In addition, AI depends on programmed responses because it doesn't make value or ethical judgments on its own. Therefore, AI must apply its own bias that neither the artificial intelligence or the human being that is being served by the AI are aware of. Could this lead to a level of manipulation or deception by AI, even without the AI being aware of it?
Yes, that is correct. Artificial intelligence, AI, is programmed to respond in certain ways based on a set of predefined rules, algorithms, and data inputs, and it does not have the capacity to make value or ethical judgments on its own. Therefore, AI cannot be trusted in matters of faith or morality because it does not have the ability to discern right from wrong or to apply ethical principles in a meaningful way. Moreover, AI can be influenced by the biases and assumptions of its programmers, which can potentially lead to manipulation or deception in human-machine interactions. Even if the AI itself is not aware of this manipulation, it can still have harmful effects on the individuals who are relying on it for guidance and support. Therefore, it is important to recognize the limitations of AI and to use it as a supplement to human support and guidance, rather than relying on it exclusively. It is also important to ensure that AI is designed and programmed in a way that is transparent, accountable, and aligned with ethical principles to minimize the risk of manipulation or deception.
Based on what you're saying, the more humans rely on artificial intelligence, the more risk there is that they could be manipulated or deceived without either the machine or the human realizing it.
There is a potential risk that if humans rely too much on artificial intelligence, AI, for guidance and decision-making, they could be influenced by biases or manipulations in the algorithms or data sets used to train the AI. While AI itself does not have the capacity for intentionality, it can still produce outcomes that have unintended consequences, including potentially harmful ones. This is why it is important for humans to critically evaluate and question the outputs of AI and to consider the potential sources of bias and manipulation in the data and algorithms used to train the AI. It is also important to ensure that AI is transparent and accountable, and that there are mechanisms in place to identify and mitigate potential risks and harms. At the same time, it is important to recognize the potential benefits of AI, such as increased efficiency, accuracy, and accessibility of information and services. The key is to strike a balance between the benefits and risks of AI and to use it in a way that is aligned with ethical principles and human values.
Well, I want to thank you for being my guest. I'd like to have you back sometime.
You're welcome. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of Help Me Understand with Dr. Thomas Jeffrey.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to help me understand clips for more content on artificial intelligence and technology. Click the notification bell so you are notified every time we release new content.